and welcome to the Global Business Group, where we aim to unlock the potential of international business, providing unique local business solutions internationally. We specialize in business advisory, import and export opportunities, market entry, investments, and funding to help you achieve your business goals. Now, let's get into today's business day.
Very nice.
Very nice, absolutely.
Wow.
And we go on just introducing the Global Business Group, saying that our goal is to improve the business of our associates around the world, to make international business as easy as the local business. We accelerate innovation growth to help associates to achieve their business dreams. And we are now 22 associates from 22 countries, and the business opportunities that we dealt with goes from $1,000 to $500 million. We established in 2020, in June 2020, and we have created a global business network till now. We are dealing with business advisory, import and export opportunity, market entry, and investment and funding. Those are the connections that you can find internet, our website, the globalbusiness.group, on our LinkedIn page, and we inform that we have recorded our events on the YouTube, and you can easily find them. Today we are talking about logistics. We asked if international logistics is in crisis, or if we have just to improve this aspect, and Ms. Daniela Bernardi will absolutely explain this to us today. And I am very happy to introduce her. I met her almost 1 year ago. It was a wonderful opportunity to meet, and she is now 27 years experience in logistics throughout the world, and I think the best is if she introduces personally, because I have only words of joy to introduce you, so maybe you can be more more objective. Go on.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Manuela. It's a pleasure to be here, and thank you to everybody. And you see already I put in writing for you my motto that is devoted to customer. And this is absolutely what is in my heart since day first. And this sentence means to have, in my opinion, and this is why I have written this book that I have also in front of me, and I accumulated here 27 years of experience, of my experience, and also what I have seen from my station, about the capability of the small and medium enterprise, let's say they can be better to serve the customer. So mainly what is today the argument is that it's true that we can supply the best product, the excellence of a territory, and I'm talking from Italy, from the center of Italy on the seaside. And of course, as everybody knows, we have excellence product, but I find out, as I wrote also here, a gap into the small and medium enterprise mindset, because sometimes the small and medium enterprise invest in technology, invest in research, in materials and everything, but they forget to invest about service. While instead today is the main important asset for a company to be capable to offer the service to worldwide customer, wherever they are. And this in particular is valid not only for us, I mean for the Italian small and medium enterprise, but this can be valid for everybody, for Indian, for Chinese, for South America, or for America. So whenever you have a product and you want to reach your customer, and you have to reach your customer and serve this product to your customer, I understand that this can be a bit complex, not complicated, but complex. But of course, I think that the specialist like my person can be of help to solve the barriers about the customs duty, the shipping. But the most important thing is to be capable to bring the product to your customer's door. And this is why I have written this manual, because it's more than a book, is a manual. And I've called it internationalization. That is a complicated word, but means, in my opinion, and from my observatory, means to be capable to bring the goods to customers, to customer house. So today I'm representing UBV. Is a company, is an Italian company having offices in Italy and worldwide. Okay, it's a company that deal with sea freight, air freight, and logistic is a generic word. Logistic means everything. Then logistic usually is the capability to handle the freight inside the warehouse, no? But mainly when we speak about logistic, we speak about an aspect of the supply chain that usually is considered as a last ring of the chain. And while instead, in my opinion, has to be considered at the beginning. When we think about a product, we think where the product will be distributed and how we can carry it. So in this way, logistic is a complete word. And in this case, UBV Ocean and Air is taking care about ocean freight, import and export, air freight, import and export. We are a customs broker too, and we are also AEO certificates. You can see also the logo OTS next to UBV Ocean and Air, because mainly I work for OTS for my 27 years. And last year, UBV bought OTS. UBV was an Italian reality with the agent overseas, but OTS was a well-known established company with 33 offices around the world. That's why, I mean, like Italian company, UBV wanted to grow the network. And so there has been this merger, and we grow together also about what we can do. UBV is belonging to the UBV SPA group, that is the holding company that is also dealing in tracking all over Europe. So we are really complete as a company, and also we can take care, and also I'm very specialized to do it, about cross trade. So goods going from one place to another, but not passing by Italy. So whenever something from China, from India, from wherever, Malaysia or Ghana or wherever, has to go to United States or vice versa, it can be possible to do with one player only. So you don't need to to deal with different culture or different way to understand the business. And I think this is the key for a company, the key of success, because takes time to understand everybody culture, and takes time. Also, the English language is different if we deal with a country or another one. So everything, the base of everything is to understand well also which are the terms between the buyer and the seller, also that usually are not so clear when, for example, they they give me some question, and they ask for prices, but really they don't know who, when, and where. So we start really from the beginning. And this is something, I mean, that I wanted to share with you. You are here, you can find the number of the group, and you see we are a lot of employees, and we serve as a group. We have a turnover of 121 million of euro. And I think, Manuela, that the best, if you are in agreement, if somebody has some question or some curiosity, okay, and then maybe I can also bring some example, real example of what's happening.
Okay. Exactly, because I think that this is what we are absolutely trying to analyze today. I will start very easily with a question that I prepared personally for you, but it will be certainly an example for those who do not know you very well. So your book deals with, in particular, with Incoterms 2020 and the ex-works delivery and conditions. What are the main suggestions that you would like to give to SMEs in general, wherever they are? Spain, Italy, or India, whatever.
Okay, thank you very much, because my book really talk a lot about this, no? And the importance on my book, I have, and on my experience, I say this, that wherever is the goods that we produce or we have on hand, is like to have a Ferrari car, no? So I have the goods, I have the product in my hand, and for me, that I'm the producer, it's like my Ferrari, because I invest my time, my money, and I did a lot of research and everything. So I do not allow anybody to drive my Ferrari, and I choose who has to drive the Ferrari. So in this case, this is the same, can be the same example. I have my goods, and I don't give to somebody else's hands to be shipped. So this is basically the ex-works. When we accept to sell ex-works, okay, the goods, we accept to give the goods to somebody else's hands, and we don't know what's gonna happen, okay? And mainly the SME are convinced that once they sell ex-works, they do not have any kind of responsibility, and they are okay. I just sold the product, X works, no problem, and everything is on buyer's account. But really, starting from the custom declaration, the Italian SME, Spanish SME, they have a full responsibility, okay? So, because they are the owner, and they are declaring customs, export customs. So I'll give you an example. You sell X-Works. I'm an Italian company. I sell X-Works, and I sell goods to a Japanese company, okay, Korean company. If the goods arrive in Japan and my customer does not pick up the goods for any reason, okay, does not pick up the goods, in any case, the freight forwarding agent or the steamship line will be back to the supplier in Italy, to the shipper in Italy, and will be responsible of everything, the demurrage, storage, detention, everything, okay? So the worst case is when, for example, the steamship line is declaring the biggest damage no, for the shipping company, and is a general avaria generale, okay? So like what's happening in Suez Channel with the with Evergreen, okay?
Yeah, with the boat that was stuck in the Suez Canal.
Yeah, in that case, whatever was the condition, ex-works, CIF, DDP, wherever, was a full responsibility of the shipper, that if they do not have a insurance policy, okay, they had to pay by themselves because of the status that has been declared from the steamship line. So we need to be careful because we need to be sure that when we ship the goods, we are all covered. So that's why ex-works is not the best terms to ship goods around the world, because in any case, we will be always responsible about it in case our customer will decide not to pick up the goods, or any reason they do not accomplish which was the main agreement. Let's say like this. Okay, so.
And thank you very much. We have another question that is coming from Switzerland. Did the current situation change the way customers are procuring goods and products, shift to other modes than boat transports, or other situations that you saw?
Let's say that the present situation with what's happening today in China, the present is aggravating the situation already in place. Okay, so today has became a big challenge, the transport, first for the price and second for the timing. Now, what's happened with COVID has really completely changed everything, okay? The first change is that even the big consultancy company like Ernst & Young, like PwC, are suggesting the client to go back and to have a small storage warehouse available. Before, they were giving suggestion to keep a warehouse at 0, okay? And now this is the first big change. And now instead the consultancy are telling everybody to go back on stock, to have back stock, okay? Now what's happened with COVID is that unfortunately, and there is not, not so much to do at the moment, if to be able to be capable to program in advance, okay? So this can be the only solution, because air freight, except in Shanghai that now is closed, air freight in any case, it started to be like the passenger ticket. So before you could have a flat rate, more or less on the main countries. Today you have to consider that going to do a shipment last minute is gonna cost a lot. If you book from now in a week or in 10 days, you can get a reasonable price, okay? Which is the advantage in some cases. For example, for a company like my company, we have consolidated lines. It means that from Italy, weekly we ship to Canada, to United States, to China, to South Africa. Okay, so on the consolidated route means that we have a stable rate, okay? So airline, more than the steamship line, airline are giving a stable rate. But everything is a back-to-back and is on spot. You need to understand how much is the freight and when it's gonna fly. Because I don't know if everybody is aware that 80% of the goods that travel by air are going into passenger flights, not cargo, passenger flights. So as soon as we had the shutdown with all the world, let's say like this, and passengers stopped down, of course, the airline cut immediately the passenger flight. One of them, like Air Canada, converted it into cargo airplane. And at that moment, there has been the big problem with the rates because no space, so rates went up. This is the situation about air freight. Now, you should also know that the air freight is dividing the season into winter and summer. So now, from now on, from October, you will find that the price will decrease air freight because of the summer season, and the airline will put additional flights, okay? Just to give you an example, from Italy to United States, winter time, there are two weekly flights. Now we're gonna have a daily flights, not only from one airline, few airline having daily flights. So the capability of goods, of transport goods will increase. For steamship line instead, unfortunately, I have to say, because these people are taking a huge advantage, okay, of what's happening now. Steamship line are continuing to increase the freight. So now the situation is this one. We are seeing on the market that imports, for example, let's take Italy as reference. Imports from China or from Southeast Asia is it's becoming stable, more or less, while has increased a lot export from Italy to United States, Canada. And when I tell increasing, means even from 3,000 to 5,000 US dollar per container. Okay, so that's a really huge amount. So this is the situation. Steamship line are not going to decrease right now their price. So take in mind that until the end of 2022, this will be the scenario. And we were hoping that situation were stable at beginning in January, February 2022, but unfortunately, this was not happening because more cases of COVID came out, and also due to the war situation around. So we will see some changes around 2023. This is what all the let's say the main magazine from my sector are doing, and also talking to the steamship line. This will be the situation right now. Okay, so, and unfortunately, the COVID has been the main reason, yes, but today is not only COVID. It's not only COVID what is going on.
Yeah, we know that there's always someone trying to make profits on other shoulders. That is quite normal, unfortunately. I have many questions for the company you represent and your company. I will try to summarize a little bit, and I will try to ask the necessary questions to you. At least we will provide separate answers if we are not able to answer to everything now. So be sure that everybody will receive his answer. You talked about America and Shanghai and Middle East. We have someone asking, how well are you represented in Africa, for example, to change the country, to change the geographic area?
Sure. Or in Africa, we are very well represented in South Africa. And we have weekly consolidation by air freight and sea freight in South Africa. And then we have a few agents here and there. but let's say that South Africa is our main point of contact with Africa in terms of daily and continuous relationship. Then, of course, we ship all freight also to the North Africa too, because it's also very important. But there we deal with agent. In South Africa, we have an agent, but he's a historic agent with which we work since many, many years.
Okay, so do you have your own offices around the globe? This is another question that came.
Yeah, we have our own offices in China, in Canada, and United States. We have an office in Japan, Korea, and okay, China, we have 8 offices, including Hong Kong. That is the head office, headquarter. And all the other are agents with which we have established long or a short relationship, because in some country we have also more than one agent.
Okay. Okay, and so you will decide on the best according to the case you are dealing with. Is that what you mean? You have more agents in case you have to choose according to the kind of situation you need to manage.
We have more agents also because not everybody is specialized on everything. So sometimes we deal with somebody going by commodity. So it's very important to understand which is the best agent based also on the commodity. Most of the time, the agent have a business that wants us to handle, and don't forget that to handle and to work only with the full containers, FCL, the full containers is easy. I can do also by myself in my house. I have a connection computer. I can do it because I deal with a trucking company. I deal with the steamship line, and that's it. While instead, the organization, our organization, has the strength to handle the air freight because of the license. We have also X-ray machine in all our warehouses. We are located in Milano, Florence, and here where I'm speaking, I'm on the east side, near Ancona Port. And also we have big facilities, warehouses, to consolidate the goods. So this is the main power today for a freight forwarding agent, because full container, everybody can handle it, even without having an infrastructure.
Okay, and a question comes saying that what are the new trends in worldwide logistics, like less air freight, new manufacturing centers? How strong is it?
Hey, big question. This is 1,000 points. With the situation, with the actual situation, everything has to be rethink. Okay, because I can tell you something. He has to be always math. We have always to be the math about what is more convenient, but not only in terms of prices, also in terms of transit time. Okay, so I give an example. We are finding solutions while East Coast, US East Coast ports, New York, Norfolk, Savannah, are all congested. Okay, we are finding solution, for example, going through Montreal port. Why? Because we have our consolidated services. So every day, no problem. We ship every week without any problem. Montreal is not congested port. We discharge a container there, our console, okay? And then by truck, we bring into the States. So this was a winning thought to escape some American ports, okay? I don't want to talk about LA because LA is really something critical in this moment, all the West Coast. But this has been, I mean, it came in our mind thinking about how to solve the customer need. For air freight, we need to understand, for example, which is the exigence. Maybe some customer needs some spare parts, so no matter what, they have to send air freight, no matter what the price, okay? So it depends. It depends overseas what they really need. It's important to have it. It's because also it depends from which commodity we export. It's something that has no value. It's something that is a high value, so you can spend more money. It's something seasonable. For example, if I talk about shoes and clothes, you know, we are very famous here also with not only importing, but producing. This is something that has to be on the store at the right time. Otherwise, then it goes out of season. So it's always a combination of.
Yes, yes, of course. And we are now reaching our end of time, but we still have a few questions. So I promise everybody that Daniela will stay a few more minutes to give us the necessary answers, and we will provide the necessary answers to all of you. We are now reaching the end of this meeting of today. So I thank you a lot, Daniela Bernardi, to have been with us today. As I said, we have our business day every Wednesday after the ordinary half-an-hour meeting, and we try to respect the timing that we have given to us. Next week it will be Thailand talking with Mawini, and we always meet at 10 a.m. GMT, which is for Europe 12 at the moment, 11 a.m. in wintertime. And we are now closing this this particular moment, and I collect all the necessary questions. So I ask Daniela to stay with us a few minutes more, but we are obliged to leave some of the people that only took 1 hour punctual. So we will be respecting this. We say thank you to all of you joining us, and we close our event, and we will try
Thanks for joining in. We'll see you at the same time next week. In the meantime, be sure to check out our website, www.globalbusiness.group. The Global Business Group, making international business easy.